What's going on, guys? It's Brandon back here again today. And today we have another BFR for you. I apologize for not getting the video out I promised yesterday about the reverse retros and just comparing both sets of them with each other. I just ran out of time, basically, as I did have work and I was pretty busy. So today we're just going to get the BFR done. The reverse retro video will come soon in the future at some point. But today we have Game 5 versus the Seattle Kraken that was played at 1 p.m. on October 23rd. The Hawks win 5-4 and go to 3-2. The Hawks have a winning record for the first time in 2 years. I don't really know what to say. We were supposed to suck this year, and instead we've been winning. It's not what I expected at all. And they've moved into 4th in their division. I'm not expecting them to stay there, but wow. That's more than I expected. So they win 5-4. Mrazek was on IR, and Soderblom was playing the backup. So if Stalock went down, to go to Soderblom. Caleb Jones was out. Philip Ruse was in. Shots were 34-27 for Seattle. Hits were 40-8 for Chicago. Yes, you heard that right. 40-8. Faceoffs 41-18 for Chicago. On the power play, Chicago goes 2 for 3. Seattle honestly goes negative, but 0 for 4. Stalock saves 30 out of 34. Excuse me, allergies are bad today. Stalock saves 30 out of 34 in the win. Martin Jones saves 22 out of 27 in the loss. And the start of the first, it was pretty back and forth early. And then at 14-14, however, it's a 3-on-1, and it's what a pass from Morgan Geekie. It's a Seattle goal from Jared McCann, his third of the year, from Geekie and Kuhlman to make it 1-0. And then a little under 2 minutes later, it's a bad defense, a bad turnover by Seth Jones, and Dickinson left Andre Burakovsky wide open. And at 12:29, Seattle makes it 2-0 with the second goal of the game. This time it's from Andre Burakovsky, his third of the year, from Eberle to make it 2-0. Eberle was then denied. Turnover to Kara, 3:46. It's a Chicago penalty to Kane for hooking, which would be killed, but that was an awful call. I couldn't believe, he didn't even touch him. Geekie then misses. Athanasiou has a breakaway that's denied. And then on a turnover to Kara from that penalty kill, on that Patrick Kane penalty kill, it's a turnover to Kara, who gets it back to Blackwell, he gives it back to Kara. And then at 2:56, it's a Chicago shorthanded tap-in goal from Jujhar Kara, his first of the season, from Blackwell to make it 2-1. The Hawks have 4 shorthanded goals in 5 games, 4 in the last 3. They had 2 shorthanded goals all of last year, and they now have I officially say, the best penalty kill in the league. They can score shorthanded at will. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like this. Kara then has a big hit on Beniers. Beniers took a beating. Then there was at 1:43, a Seattle penalty to Wenberg for interference, and then on the power play, at 41.5 seconds left, it's a Chicago power play rebound goal from Tyler Johnson, his first of the season, from Seth Jones and Kane. So they're big money defensemen, and and Kane is finally getting some points on the board. They each had 2 assists yesterday, so that ties the game at 2-2. But before before the period ends at 3.9 seconds, it's a Seattle penalty to Burakovsky for hooking, which would go over into the second period. And at 19:28 in the second, it's a Chicago power play rebound goal from Max Domi, his third of the season, from Seth Jones and Patrick Kane. Almost identical. The only difference was the person shooting the puck. And that makes it 3-2 for the Hawks. And it was a wide open net on the rebound. So Domi and he's been fitting right. He's been fitting in pretty well in Chicago here, so it's good for him. Then Stalock. Then at 19:09, so about 20 or so seconds later, it's a Seattle goal by Matty Beniers, his second of the year, I think. Second of the year from Schwartz and Soucy, which ties the game back up at 3-3. Stalock never went down. I'm not sure what he was doing. He didn't go into the butterfly or anything. He was just kind of standing around, and it led to a wide open net for Beniers. And then at 18:50, it's a Chicago penalty to Tyler Johnson for interference, which would be killed. Lafferty then had a big hit on Beniers. It would not be the last time that Beniers would be hit big. Then at 16:09, it's a Seattle penalty to Soucy for tripping, which would be killed. But at 15:02, it's a Chicago penalty to Seth Jones for high sticking, in which Tanev did have some teeth come out, and there was a little blood, so he had 4 minutes. So it was 4-on-4 for 58 seconds, and then a Seattle power play for 3 minutes and 2 seconds. McCabe saves an easy goal for Schwartz then on that penalty kill. Everly missed a rebound. Kane had a big hit on Dunn. That was surprising. Kane doesn't usually hit. Luke Richardson apparently changing the style of game for even the star players, which we never really saw Taze or Kane hit much. We saw Taze fight like once or twice, but Kane, you never saw that out of him. Taze to Kurashev, shorthanded, just missed. Wenberg trips Lafferty clearly, and there was no call. Schwartz went flying into the boards after a good play from Jack Johnson. Epperly had a breakaway that was saved. Lafferty was stopped. Then at 9:17, it's a Seattle goal by Vince Dunn, his first of the season, from McCann and Larson to make it 4-3 and regain the lead for Seattle. Schwartz then took down Murphy, and there was no penalty. Coleman nearly scores on a turnover late. The Hawks were starting to pressure. Both sides were blocking shots, and we go to the third, where the game was just like the first. It was opening up, pretty back and forth. Stalock was doing well in the third. And then McCabe had a big hit on Kuhlman, and at 7:03, it's a Chicago goal to Tyler Johnson, his second of the game, second of the season, from Taze and Radish, which makes the score 4-4. And it was a good pass by Taze from behind the net. And then 13 seconds later, Larson gives it, right off the face-off, Larson gives it right basically to Dickinson, and at 6:50, it's a Chicago goal from Jason Dickinson, his second of the season. He's another guy that's fit in well. He was the other one I was trying to remember his name when I was trying to say it. It's unassisted, makes it 5-4. He took a high stick on the play and then went down the tunnel. I don't recall if he returned or not. It was already late in the game anyway. He might have not. It wasn't anything major, though. Kane and Domi couldn't connect. Susi was hurt on a hit by Tenorti. Stalock had a good save on Dunn. The Seattle pulls Jones at 1:50 to go. Beniers saves a Blackwell empty netter. Kara had a good hit on Burakovsky, and Jack Johnson had a big hit on Beniers, which concluded this game. Yeah, that's kind of how this went. In terms of other news around the league, Chicago, by the way, is in fourth in their division, which was nowhere near where they were expected. I know I've said that already. Vancouver still hasn't won a game. San Jose's now won 2, and they've moved past Anaheim even. Calgary and Vegas are just duking it out in the Pacific. Dallas, Boston, Pittsburgh are all playing well. New Jersey's moved up to 5th in that division. That's really about it. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I shall see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.